Attitude change. Now feels differently about you. Pleasant. Oh.
You have my attention.
Okay. They have cordial relations with you, so are unlikely to attack. For now. We propose a treaty to them. Our ideological proximity is high. Our strength is comparable, but how about we propose a treaty again? Since they're pleasant with us.
Here is a proposal to get your heart
There we
racing.
go. Perfect.
A proposal I can sing the praises of. We accept.
Perfect. Days like this, I'm glad to be alive.
Is it just me? Or when she smiles directly at the cat, does she have a strong Attack on Titan vibe going on? Or is that... it might just be me, but I could definitely see a face like that, you know, just gobbling down people. Very, very... it's even worse when she looks askance. No, I disapprove. Disapprove. My lord. We have formed a treaty with a Titan. This can only be good for our people. New grievance available. Oh.
I am listening.
Balls! I wanted it. This was still a strategically better place to go, but that was going to be a bit of a breadbasket for us. It was going to be many turns before we had the influence to take it, but we can always take it by force, I guess, at some point. They've got at least 2 areas, though. Now might be the time to try and take it. Am I in a position to deal with them? We likely have more units overall, but our units are scouts primarily. If we had archers, it would be a different story. But sadly, we do not. But it is a possibility.
Off we go.
This might be a bit of a tricky situation. It might be something we want to sit on. There's no rush for us to jump into war. We can take our time. Plan our next move. But yeah, that's a bit of a rough one. I may bring them back, actually. Instant resolution or manual battle? We'll go for a manual battle. It's always worth it, in my opinion. Some more gold. Alright, they'll start making their way back next turn. As I think will you. Let's go up and around, though. We'll have our units kind of merge on the way. It is possible that we go in here and take this out, but that would provoke a war. Granted, we've got fairly defensible land over here. We have a look at the units that we could make. Could get a healer. Could get an archer. Ranged combat unit receives a penalty to its combat strength when defending against close combat attacks, but can attack units without a clear line of sight. Okay, so Fern Sarwen, or Fern Sarwen, I'm not sure, asked what happened to this, as they're new to the game, so don't quite understand it. When you see a solid border, this means this is like a it's part of a city or a state. You've got little dotted areas which mean the large shield is the city, and these are the kind of regions which are attached to that city. So you could think of it almost like a city borough, and like the towns that belong to the borough but aren't strictly part of the city. They can develop individually. So this is being turned into an outpost, and will probably, after that, this dotted line there signifies that it's like a weaker claim. Soon after that, will probably be absorbed into this city. Once that happens, it becomes a bigger deal for me to try and take. If I can thwart the construction of this unit by sacking it ahead of it being set up, I might be able to prevent that being established with a bit less of a diplomatic impact, but I'm fairly certain it's going to cause a war one way or another. So what I'm faced with now is that they're trying to claim this territory that I really wanted. This is a brilliant territory for expanding population. I don't have much option outside of that, unfortunately, because just the areas around me are not ideal for establishing food production. Very good for production, for industrial output, but not at all good for food, whereas this was perfect. So I can see why they went for it, because they're probably in the same sort of situation as me, honestly, though they may have some nice food options in that direction, but they're probably hurting in the same sort of way. But they've got a much better population right now. I've got a population of 1, they've got a population of 3. Might be worth me settling some of my population, some of my warriors in there. Or I just keep pushing militarily and try to beat them back, but I've seen them with a group of warriors, at the very least. I have got warriors as well, but only one group. So it's a bit of a rough situation for me, really, there. One turn, though, we get a star for science. Let's actually have a look at our enemy. They're ever so slightly above me. Ever so slightly. How much would I get for a science? That would unlock 100. We'll see. We will see. Right, end turn time. Right, city defense has been researched. With the advent of permanent settlements, through settlements, though thought naturally turns to security and defense. The earliest innovations are simple, but effective. And we've unlocked an era star. This is marvellous. Gives us a chonky bit more fame. We're now climbing the ranks in era stars, though first place has already got 3 stars. Fame is ultimately the primary metric by which we will measure victory at the end of the game. Is audio freaking out for me, or do others have the same problem? What kind of audio freak out, Max? If it is like the background music is wobbling, just refresh the stream. Sometimes that happens. It's to do with the bitrate that Twitch pushes. We've got a couple of things going down right now, though. Offers. All right, let's have a look.
I offer an excellent proposition.
A good idea from a good
Non-aggression pact.
Let me hear it.
Aww. You're loyal. They value righteousness and fidelity and will never betray their word. Okay, a non-aggressive aggression pact with someone who's loyal, it's very valuable. Vindictive, they never forget what happened in the past. Hipster, they favour ideological positions that are at least taken that are the least taken by other empires. And Master, money on Vassal, Warlord, +2 combat strength on emblematic units. This is a strong option. If they're loyal and we go for this, we can almost guarantee, outside of genuinely really pushing them, that they will never do a surprise war. I accept.
My people will profit from this proposal. We accept.
Spectacular! Truly spectacular!
Okay. Very well. I'm down with that. You have also offered me a treaty.
A proposal for you. Think on it.
Okay, you're careful. They favor a defensive playstyle.
From a friend is not a thing to be taken lightly.
They tend to focus on relationships with a few chosen civilizations, so let's be one of those chosen civilizations. We've already got trade luxury resources. We have a pleasant relationship with them. Yes, I see no reason not to accept.
We accept, and we should celebrate the agreement.
Let there be revelry.
Does the revelry involve eating people? Because They are in peaceful relations. They are in peaceful relations. I kind of want to go to war with you. Okay, we've got options here. Let's find out what's up here. Let's do a bit more scouting.
Come over here.
We do have a new world set up here, so there is going to be a place where no one is set up. And the first people to sail there will basically have a very, very good choice of opportunities. I don't want to get rid of the sanctuary, because whilst I'm out this way, there's lots of opportunity for me to discover animals that I can fight. There is sadly no easy way for me to get from here. It's actually quite a bad place, if I'm perfectly honest. I settled there largely so I could grab this strategic resource, which I don't know what it is until, you know, eventually I discover what it is. But to lock it down, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and buy the horse ranch. There we go. Now, with that built, 18 turns to get more food, but a lot more food. 18 turns pretty much for anything. 8 turns to build some archers. 4 turns to build some warriors. But I would lose a population. I can't really afford for that to happen. I could start gathering resources. The marble would be good. The obsidian would be good. These would be luxury resources that I could then trade. And it is only 9 turns to do it. But for an extra 4 turns, I could increase the amount of food I'm getting. Or for double that, I could massively increase the amount of food I'm getting. No, I think going for the marble does make sense. Crystalline shining stone riddled with striking swirls. Marble is a superior material for sculpture and architecture. If I pick this up, I may be able to trade it. And I think that would be wise. On that note, I really do need to check out... Ooh.
The world is full of new opportunities, is it not? Hear my proposal.
A request from a friend is not a thing to be taken lightly.
I guess for now I would allow it.
We accept, and we should celebrate the agreement.
You are the pride of your empire.
For now, we'll allow it. I would like to check out if you have any trade goods. You do not. You do. You're still hesitant, though. I'm going to wait until this is a little bit better before I accept. Before I try for that. But I do very much want to start trading. Trade in this game is enormously important. It's absolutely imperative for you to trade for resources. It has an egregious effect on how well your empire performs. Much, much more so than games like Civ. Oh, Looncloud, thank you very much, mate. It is indeed a belated birthday. 10 days late. Heyo, Jay Gizzy, how you doing? Oh, Sebastian Almond. My good lord. Thank you ever so much. My goodness. Get something nicer. I certainly will. I'm going to be honest. The nice thing I'm going to get for myself is I've already earmarked what that money's going on. I want to get more blankets and hammies for the ferrets, because I'm going to be honest. The hammocks they've got, they're starting to be a little. Well, the problem is their favorite ones are their favorite ones because they use them all the time and they're starting to get a bit ratty. So it's like, I can't really replace them, but I want to get them more hammocks. And a lot more blankets. So, already know what we're getting with that. But thank you so much, mate. That is incredibly kind of you. Okay, let's head on up. Yeah, we'll go... actually, well, can we go up there? Oh, we can. Okay, let's do that. A present for Aavak is a present for the... It is true. But that was incredibly kind of you, mate. Thank you so very much.
Let's go.
Oh, big chunky bit of extra science. And let's have you merge. There we go. This way we've got a decent group in here that will probably be able to take out mammoths fairly convincingly. And I may be able to get rid of you if I don't stop to play with mammoths. I don't recall if you can thwart the establishment of outposts though without basically triggering a war. If anyone remembers, please do share that information. It would be greatly appreciated. Greatly. "26 turns on bronze working at this point. Have I ever played a trio? No, but I have seen a little bit about it, and it looks fantastic. What I saw was a very kind of tongue-in-cheek campaign, sort of very dark humor, and kind of a factorio, but with like, from what I understand of it, that that is if you're talking about a trio, the Dark Wild, I think it was called. Basically, a factorio like with a narrated campaign, from what I understand. This is actually going to be a bit of a rough battle for me because there's almost no room. So I'm just going to instant resolve it. Okay, let's have a look. Lost a decent amount of health on some of my units. They were probably just swapping them left and right, but we did gain veterancy. And a lot of money, too. I wonder if how I can see their veterancy. Cannot be done as there's no upgrade available. Maimed. Oof. Not good. Right, that used their entire turn, but I couldn't get past the mammoth any other way, so it's not really a big issue. All cities and outposts. All military forces. I think I'm going to allow them to continue exploring. They're far enough away that they're not really going to be able to impact the ongoing fight. It's more useful for me to go around and search for more wonders and natural wonders, so on and so forth, because that's going to have a big... Oh, whoa, 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 stop. Let's not fight the mammoth on the hill. That would be a very dumb thing to do. Can I get up there, maybe? No, so I'm going to just pass this turn. Let's have a look culturally. I am getting more back from this. Still not having any kind of cultural impact down here, which is a shame. I might need... It might be because there's no direct path, honestly. Like, I can't transition across this border normally. I might need to create a path of connected territories that links it to my main area before that's the case. Kind of annoying. There we go. Another population. What do we get? 39 research. Very nice indeed. Being next to someone who's got a lot more research than us does mean that we leech research off them. Excuse me. There's lots of ways that this game has which counteract the negative feedback loop of other games like this. And what I mean by negative feedback loop is that once someone is in the lead, they are more likely to win and thus win any particular small skirmish and thus get more in the lead and more in the lead. From their perspective, it's a positive feedback loop. Once you're doing well, you become more likely to do better, to do better, to do better. But from the someone on the opposite end of that scenario, once you've fallen behind, you fall further behind and further behind and further behind. This game has interesting mechanics that aren't simply fudging the numbers to try and counteract that. Because in some games, you know, whereas like the Sid Meier, the Firaxis rather, XCOMs are a good example of that. If you miss enough shots, then even though the odds of the shot are still calculated normally, the game has a hidden kind of balancing algorithm where if you've missed enough shots, it'll start guaranteeing shots are going to hit, even if they're hopelessly unlikely to do so. And in fact, there's a whole strategy of play that works around the idea of taking very low success rate shots in places where it doesn't matter whether you miss, so that you can guarantee that almost astronomically unlikely headshot in the place where it counts. This game doesn't have that kind of feeding, you know, fudging the numbers RNG sort of thing. Instead, it has things like osmosis events, where if you're next to a neighbor who's doing much, much better than you, you're more likely to speed up your progress based on the fact that they're just so technologically advanced, it's kind of impossible for them to stop that technology bleeding into your kind of culture just through proximity. Likewise with the stars and eras, once someone falls really far behind everyone else, it becomes increasingly unlikely, even if they don't have like the sort of economic or scientific infrastructure to really develop these technologies themselves, or to catch up in other areas. It's like if all of your neighbors are in the modern era and you're in the medieval era, it doesn't make sense. You just stay there. You're going to start learning things faster just because you're absorbing so much from your environment. If your environment is more advanced than you are, it stands to reason that you will progress faster than if you were having to make these breakthroughs from scratch yourself. Right. Let's find out what's going on here. Once a wandering tribe, your civilization now possesses a fine city where generations of families have settled and grown. Individuals are known by a single name alone. But with more and more citizens, it is becoming harder to track family lines. To know who is related to who, in order to better identify your people, you believe it's time for citizens of the same family to take a common second name. From where should the family name originate? The mother. This would be tradition. The identity of a newborn's mother is never a matter of dispute. The father. We should take the name from the father, a pillar of strength for the child. Ooh, this affects the order axis, interesting, whereas this affects the social axis. And then nature. We should let families be inspired by something from the world or myth. And this would affect our geopolitical axis. I think nature makes more sense from the way that we've been role-playing. I think nature, yeah. Right, there we go. Oh, really? Still blocking my way? You scoundrels, you. Okay, fine, I'll go a different way. Well, I guess there wasn't much place for me to go there anyway, but still. A little bit annoying. Right. Let's get down here as fast as we can. I still don't know whether we can just get in there and take this place out or not. Because this is technically not theirs. There are 3 people in here. All 3 of them are scouts. So our group is technically the more capable, but definitely not the more healthy.
Follow me.
Ooh. You found a curiosity. Volunteers providing a new army warriors next. Oh, thank you very much. Okay, so this group just got a lot stronger.
They're impressive, the Egyptians.
Ooh.
It's a fair bet that you'll be embarrassed if you compare cities with them.
I mean, I would normally say that's a bit harsh, but no, that's actually probably very true.
Greetings, Sovereign. I ask only that you always be courageous and sincere.
You notice how we don't really know anything about this leader? Because we haven't really introduced ourselves. We haven't had dealings with them. Let's introduce ourselves. They're loyal.
I'm called hot-blooded,
open,
short-tempered, passionate. All the highest compliments. As long as we are honest and fair, we can do mighty things.
I offer greetings from one leader to another.
Okay. Hesitant? We're more powerful than them, apparently. Okay. Good to know. Is that true of others?
Sovereign.
Greetings. I trust you are well.
Comparable and...
I am listening.
Still comparable. Okay. Still waiting for that to get a bit higher. I could try for the open trade. Let's try it again.
So, tell me, shall we become closer?
Sadly, I
only the
can't
deal was
possibly
sweeter.
do that.
This is what you wish to do? You set things in motion.
I do not have the money. Much
This
sad.
does very little to placate me. Try harder.
Very well. I wonder what direction the wind blows now.
That was an impossible amount of money they wanted. Oh well. Okay, enter.
Over this way. Of course. Now!
Annual battle. These are my scouts. I would rather my warriors are the ones to attack, since they'll be able to do it pretty much in one go. There we go. Nice. All right. Urgent affairs require your attention. Oh. Empire Foundation. By what right do we rule? Show details. This is a new civic. So, founding myths. By what right do we rule? Natural right. We claim inherent dominion over the land and beasts. +5 influence on... That's very important to us right now. And this will actually move us up to the point... up into the next bracket of progress, which will give us +5 stability on all cities and +5% science on all cities and outposts. Alternatively, our supremacy is ordained, for we are the chosen ones, +3 faith on territory. If we want to go for a religion, then this is the one that we need to go for. Oh, take care, Drop Table. You have a good sleep, buddy. Thank you very much, Palamute Wolf. And Zoinozadu? I have no idea if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, but thank you very much again for the resub, buddy. I think this would help us in the immediate, but these are long-standing things. And legitimacy. No decision has been made on the civic yet. Selected to display the items. So, customary laws. -50% on create outpost costs, or -20 on attach outpost costs, and -20 on absorb city costs. Laws will... so legitimacy. What style of law does the Empire use? Customary laws, historical precedent and tradition serve as the basis of our judgments, or codified laws? Laws will be debated, classified, and codified for perpetuity. Whereas if we go... This would balance them back out, because it would bring us back into +10% stability. That's a problem. Because if I go for that... If I want faith, I kind of need to take this. Even though I prefer that... I could delay my decisions, yeah. This is what the other empires have chosen. Whereas no one has chosen this one. Yeah, +3 on territory, plus an additional 2 on territory. So I could take this. That'll give me, in total, 5 on territory. Oh, none of them are going to be happy with this, though. I'm going to go for it, though.
If the gods hadn't chosen us, somebody else would be standing here.
I mean, obviously. Who can argue with that logic? Frankly. I mean, it's obvious to everyone. In terms here, there's no particular benefit now to going for this, other than just deepening us into tradition. But if we're not going to be attaching, and this is really nice to have, I could wait for it, but creating outposts is probably what we're going to be doing more of. But if I want to attach or absorb city costs, then I'm going to need to wait until I've gotten something else that pushes us even further towards tradition in order to negate pulling us back out of it. We'll wait on it. We'll wait and see where that goes.
This proposal respects your people and mine.
This, from you, could be interesting.
I'm okay with that. Yeah.
This is pleasing. I am
You're loyal
content
as
to
well,
join
so that's
together on this.
especially valuable for you. Or rather, especially valuable for me to have from you, because you won't break it. Okay.
Right.
Okay, now we're seeing what they got in here.
Follow me.
I could, technically. I'd still only have one turn before I could grab that. We'll see how it goes, because I've moved into their zone of control. I didn't realize they were there. So that has blocked my further progression in that direction now.
Let's go.
So grab you, some more cash, always wonderful to have. We found someone else. We're actually finding quite a lot of people right now. Very happy with this state of affairs. Exceedingly so. Okay, so they grab that. We can move through and grab this, maybe? No. I fear that this would trigger a war.
Over this way.
Does anyone know for certain in chat right now whether attacking an outpost triggers war in the same way they're trying to attack a city in their claimed territory does?
A proposal for you. Think on it.
I'm going
A
to counter
request,
that
not
one.
a yes, more of an almost.
Must I accept every vulgar proposition that comes my way? No.
This is what you wish to do.
That's
You
fine.
set things in motion.
I'm not going to trade strategic resources with you unless you make it with my will. That is the be-all and end-all of that conversation.
Come over here. All right.
That's a diolch yn fawr for the resub, mate.
Follow me. Let's go. Off we go.
Now, in terms of religion, we should, at this point, be generating some degree of religion points, but I can't see it. +3 faith on territory and +2 faith on territory. It might require that we get to the point of organized religion. Or writing, perhaps. Philosophy. Theology, there we are. Well, no, that's still not religion. I'm not sure when that might open up for us. Yeah, we're going to have to found a religion first. I don't remember how you do that. At what point you get to found a religion. Oh, 5 pop, I see. So we want to rush pop then. More than anything. Might want to bring some of our warriors back then and get them over here. Getting the artisans quarter up is going to help, but then we're going to want to start throwing down food. Probably a food quarter there to access these 2, then another food quarter there to access those 3. Yeah.